All right, I want to just give my own quick riff here. It is a joy to see the happiness of every grandparent, parent, brother, sister, other family members, friends over the release of the hostages by Hamas. It is a joy. Israeli leader Netanyahu made it a priority, along with the ultimate annihilation of the Hamas terrorists. Many people are taking credit for the hostage release, but without question, the single biggest factor is that the Israeli IDF has successfully pressured Hamas. That's what's driving the release. But the terrorists wouldn't be releasing hostages if they weren't getting clobbered on the battlefield or in the tunnels. But even with the joy of hostage returns, there are costs. As this morning's Wall Street Journal editorial put it very, very well, Hamas holds everyone hostage. The terrorists traffic in human beings to achieve their bloody aims. There's no telling how long Hamas will dribble out 5 to 10 hostages per day in order to extend the ceasefire week after week after week. Meanwhile, as President Biden keeps pushing out humanitarian aid, the terrorists are able to refuel, resupply, maybe even rearm, or take in more financing from their Iranian paymasters who are orchestrating this entire Hamas story. Or perhaps Hamas is fleeing the scene into Egypt, or who knows where they'll flee. Meanwhile, IDF momentum could be slowed, IDF intelligence could be harmed, and as I said to John Roberts, in effect, the enemy is setting the terms of this pause. This is very troublesome. And equally troublesome, again, there are still remaining American hostages held by Hamas. And Joe Biden hardly says a word about this. Why isn't he raising bloody hell about the failure to release the American hostages? Day after day, he should be talking about that. He should be threatening Iran, who is behind this hostage travesty. Iran and its terrorist allies have launched, after all, 80-some-odd strikes against American military assets in the Middle East, and all the Bidens have done is a few pinprick responses. Why aren't they stopping Iranian oil ships to China, or bombing Iranian oil fields, or hitting Iranian command and control, or hitting Iranian training centers? Instead, Biden continues to appease Iran rather than deter it. The mullahs only understand force. They only understand serious attacks on themselves or their assets or their land. American hostages are locked up someplace in Gaza, and what exactly is Joe Biden doing about it? Well, I would say practically nothing, and I would say that is a tragedy. And that's my quick riff.